Jack! We are back with episode 3 of Cooking with All the Shit I Bought You in Your Kitchen. And today we have a fun one. It's one of my favorites. It is chicken stock. And how happy are you gonna be when you come home and you see a lot of chicken feet in your freezer? That's all me, baby. You can either throw them away and make me cry, or you can make some chicken stock the Andrew way. Alright, here we go. Alright, Jack. To start, let's talk a little bit about T&L Market right by your house. This place is banging. I don't know, and I don't care how good the quality of their meat is. They have that shit on discount. For the pork belly, I went to Berkeley Bowl to buy it, and that shit was kind of expensive. Here, they are selling pork belly for $4 a pound. You could get so much damn pork belly for fucking nothing. Here, let's have a look at what I hauled. I have chicken carcass. You know how much this is? It's neck and body with a little meat on there. It's $1 a pound. I bought 2 of them. I have a little extra over there that you'll find in your freezer. But because this is the largest pot you have, I believe, yes, no stock pot. Since this is the largest pot you have, this is about how much we're gonna fit in. And then we have chicken feet sold at about $2.99 a pound. Pretty good. I'm probably gonna use 4 to 5 chicken feet in this. So that's the haul. T&L Market. That place is awesome. I will plug it all day. Anyways, what I've done is I am going to bring the oven up to about 450. Today we're making a dark chicken stock. If you want to do a white one, you do something else. But this one, we are going to oil these bad boys up, and it is of utmost importance to put this parchment paper down, because when it goes in the oven, we are going to get so much dripping and so much schmaltz that we are going to want to save. So, since it's going to be at the bottom, we'll be able to just pull up this parchment paper and drop it into a cup, and then we can use that later. But I'm going to oil them up, throw it in there. I'm going to throw in about 5 chicken feet on here, but probably like 20 or 30 minutes in. We just want these to be browned and cooked. Get a little bit of flavor. Popping these bad boys in, we will check on them in like 20 or 30 minutes. Alright, I feel like it's been probably about 45 minutes. The chicken is looking good. It's looking yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I didn't put the feet in because I've been kind of just like on the phone, not really focusing. But this is the color that you want. You want it like here. This is almost a little bit too burnt, but it's okay. It doesn't really matter. Let me get my phone so you can see what's going on here. Look at that crisp. Look at that beautiful look on that. That's what we're going for, and that was between 450 and 500 actually. Maybe a little bit hotter. What I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna put the chicken feet in here while I get the stock started. Normally when I make this, it ends with a lot of schmaltz. This one didn't. I don't know what is up. Maybe this chicken is less oily or fucked up than the chicken I get in New York. But no schmaltz here. So that's a little bit upsetting. I'll come back in a sec. Alright, so I put the chicken in here. I'm going to let it sit actually just until this is ready. But here I have about 7 chicken feet, 7, 8. Why do we want chicken feet? Chicken feet gives the body, it gives the collagen that melds this stock together. You always want to put chicken feet or chicken wings in there. I'm going to roast this much lighter than this, but just a little roast on it. So I'm going to throw this in the oven for a little bit. Alright, I'm getting a little impatient right now because I want to start this so I can go have a beer and a cigarette outside. Actually, I have to go buy a beer. So I gotta leave. So I'm gonna get this shit going. So that means that I'm gonna take these out a little bit early. Look at them, yum, yum, yum. Chicken feet. Chicken feet. Okay, ooh, they're kind of browned. I think they could probably go for a little bit longer, but that's okay. I'm gonna toss these bitches in here, and then we will continue. Is this not just the meal of your dreams? Chicken feet and chicken carcass. Alright, we're gonna top this off and bring it to a boil. No veggies yet. I learned this recently, but no veggies yet. Alright, we have it all the way filled up and we're going to bring it to a boil. I filled it too much and maybe it's worth it for you to get a bigger stock pot so you can do this in bigger batches, but c'est la vie, bro. Another c'est la vie. This is all motherfucking wasted potential, but what can I do? I'm not gonna... I guess if you did it without the parchment paper, you could deglaze it and put it back in there somewhere, but whatever. But rip, wasted potential. See you, chicken flavor. Alright, while we wait for this to come to a boil, I think it's worthy to assemble our veggies that we're going to get in here. So we're going to do a classic mirepoix with carrot, celery, onion. I have the tops of the celery, and if you find yourself having tops of carrots, they add a great flavor. Super worth it. I found a little old parsley in your fridge, so we're going to throw that in because whatever. A stock never cares how old the veggies are. Simple bay leaves and peppercorn. If you want, you could throw sprigs of thyme, rosemary, tarragon, what the fuck ever you have in your fridge. I have dill, but I don't think dill is going to go good in this. Sometimes it overpowers a stock. I'm going to wash these. To be honest, normally I keep skins and I keep peels on. This peel will give a great color to the stock. But today I'm going to do it al tradicional, as little motherfucking dirt as possible. So I will peel these. This one I'm actually just going to wash off. I like the taste of carrot skin in it. And just pop them in half. I'm going to let this simmer for about 2.5 hours. I'll repeat this later. And then I will throw this in for the end. Maybe less. To be honest, I used to think that you had to cook stock for like fucking 8 hours, 7 hours. Not the case. Apparently you only need about 2 hours. So I'm going to let this go and do its thing. And then at the end, I am going to put all this shit in, but I'm just going to have it assembled. Additionally, some people like to cook their mirepoix to bring out the sugars or whatever. I just never really do it because it seems like a bitch of an extra step. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put them in raw. But you could, I don't know, you can cook it if you want. Alright, as we come up to a boil, we're going to put it as low as we can. In a second, I'm going to move it to the back burner so it goes as low as possible. But you're going to see a bunch of foam. Ideally, you would have a skimmer, but without a skimmer, what we're going to use is a spoon and a cup of water. So what it would be like is, boop, we'll put them there. I'm going to skim a little bit off the top. It's okay if you lose a little bit. Drop it in the water, clean it off. Next one. Skim a little. Keep as much as you want. Drop it in the water. We just want to get rid of as many impurities as possible. It's okay if you lose a little. We have a lot of water content in here. In fact, it would be beneficial to lose some oil and some water given the fact that we're going to have to put veg in later. Why do we want it low? Why do we want the temperature low? We want it low because the lower it is, the less movement there is in the water, which keeps these impurities on top. If we were at a rolling boil for 2 hours, then the impurities would go up, and then they would go down, and then we would never skim them off the top. So yeah. I kind of love doing this, satisfying. Alright, skimmed, we moved it to the back burner, super low. I'm going to leave this for 2 hours, and maybe every 30 minutes I'm going to come back, check, skim a little bit. But I will see you when it is time to put the veggies in about 1.5 to 2 hours. It smells delicious. Boy, oh boy, here we are back. It's been about 2 hours since we started this stock. It has reduced quite a bit. Ideally, we wouldn't want any of the chicken popping out of the water, but small pot, small things. At this point, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to add the veg. And basically, yeah, here, I washed the veg. I also added some garlic. It's all chopped up. We're going to throw it all in with some whole black peppercorns and maybe 2 bay leaves. I'm probably going to have to add more water to this, which is unfortunate, but not a deal breaker, totally fine. I will come back in a second when it's all. Okay, I have all my goodies in here. Ideally, you would have everything fully submerged, but I don't know if that's going to happen. But that's okay. It'll still get the flavor that it needs. It's smelling like literally $1,000,000. It smells like a roast chicken dinner with the Mirepoix flavor, all classico. We're going to bring this up to a boil because I had to add non-boiling water. It would have been ideal to add boiling water, but whatever. I'm going to let this go for about 30 minutes once it comes to a boil, and then I'll see you in a sec. Okay, Jack, I think it's time. I think we've done it. My veggies are looking pretty fucking tender in here. Pretty easy to cut, pretty easy to get through. It's been about 30 minutes. You don't need that much. In the end, you don't want it to be super aromatic. You want it to be chicken flavored. I used to struggle in my chicken stock where I would add the veggies too early and I'd put too many of them, and it would end up just tasting like vegetable stock, which was delicious, but I'm really looking for a rotisserie chicken flavor in this. So what we're going to do next, now that it's done, is I'm going to remove as much as I can with some tongs, and then I'm going to strain it. So let's do it. Okay, so I have taken out as much of the solids as I can. Massive heap right there. It'll make it much easier when I strain my broth. If you had a chinois or some cheesecloth, it would be even finer, but I always find that this is just enough. I do this, you could take it straight to the trash if you want, but I do this because there's always a surprising amount of excess liquid that comes out with it. So I will strain it right now. Okay, so this is me straining the chicken broth. Maybe it would be better if I don't know, didn't do it like this, but oh shit. I fucking hope I didn't spill. Please say I didn't spill. That'd be such a bitch if I did. Wow, perfectly right amount. Okay. Oh, hell yeah, baby. I didn't spill. Oh, I did spill actually. Not that much though. Alright. This is beautiful. I don't know how well you can see the color. It's looking a little bit cloudy, which is not the most ideal. But it smells fantastic. Aromatic, delicious. Here we are. This is your final product of chicken stock. I would taste it, but I don't salt my chicken stock, so it would just taste like fucking a little bit of dirty water. But I swear to God, it'll add so much damn flavor in anything you cook with it. So anything that you need water for, anytime you need to buy store-bought chicken broth, just take a little bit of this bad boy. Alright.